by Giants Beats.
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing? You know what? I don't like when the light comes through the window too much because I just don't like the way it goes. A little bit less light, boom. I want a little bit though. I want y'all to know it's really the morning. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody had a good day. Good morning so far. All right, so a couple of things I want to say. I want to have a Martin Luther King conversation today. I actually wanted to have this Martin Luther King conversation yesterday, but it was his birthday, and so what I said was some of the things I'm going to say is probably inflammatory because I think that we need to call out more individuals that use his name for propaganda rather than to actually try to help create change. So I want to have a discussion about Martin Luther King. I want to have a discussion about civil rights. I also want to have a discussion that could we please stop acting like all white people are bad? Could we not do that? Okay? And for the people that want to talk about stuff in the Bible or whatever, please, let's stop acting like all white people are bad. Not all white people are bad. Not all black people are bad. You understand what I'm saying? Let's stop using such vast and general terms for individuals. Just because somebody belongs to a demographic, that doesn't mean that they actually subscribe to the most negative aspects of that specific demographic. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You know how easy it is to say something negative, like you call a black guy a crackhead? You don't even need, he could be a non-smoker. You could be like, yeah, guy's a crackhead. People gonna be like, he is black. So we don't want to do that. So I want to have a real conversation about real shit and about what real changes we need to have. That's one. Two, for everybody that don't know, last night, so I keep trying to tell y'all, there's things that we're trying to do over here. There's people I'm talking to behind the scenes. There's things that we're trying to make happen. Last night, we had one of our inaugural shows, right? So one of the things that we're going to be doing over here is I'm really going to try to find more talent in New York City specifically, that we're going to try to give them an opportunity to use this platform and let us see their music. I know that I'm always trying to do that. That's one. Two, LV the Slap, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I'm looking at you guys because you are our BBN music makers. I need some more music from y'all. I need some more videos from y'all. If another person is part of the BBN network and you make music and I can play your music without getting hit by YouTube, I need you to start sending me your stuff because we are bringing back the BBN video music show. Copy? The only thing with that, I would really prefer to have somebody else be the host other than me. But we're going to work on that and we're going to see how that goes. Okay, so, and you spell pieces wrong. We're going to work on that and see. Did he? I don't know. I might be just fucking with you. Let me see if you spell pieces right or wrong real quick. Did you spell pieces wrong? Did you spell pieces wrong, man. So, and also, I just want to say this. please, I'm gonna be much lighter on the curses. I'm not gonna make a big deal about the curses, but please, no F-bombs of any kind, and no N-words. That's what I'm asking. I'm gonna be extremely more understanding about the curses, but could we please have no F-bombs and no N-words? Main reason is the majority of those times that those words are used is used the derogatory way to attack another individual. So I really, really, really don't want us attacking each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? He said I'm a stoner, not a speller. Shout out to that. Let's call out the drops from last night. Also, we're looking for $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App today, this morning. Come on, let's go. Saloon is open, by the way. Also, for y'all, just to get a better understanding, we have things planned. Shout out to BQ Mommy, my sister-in-law. We have things planned. I just want to be clear on that. There's things that I'm doing that you just can't see. I'm asking for you to have faith, because these things that I'm doing that's behind the scenes you just can't see right now. I'm doing things with BQ Mommy that we're trying to bring y'all some actual stuff for the YouTube channel here. I'm doing stuff with other people that we're trying to bring y'all more content for other stuff. I sent out some of those Discords yesterday. I'm waiting for y'all to pull up. On our Discord server, I'm going to start going live every morning before morning coffee on the Discord. I'm also going to be going live on the Discord because the Discord got voice chat. So I'm going to be going live on the Discord in the morning. I'm also going to be going live in the Discord in the afternoon sometimes to talk to the people on the Discord, and we can have conversations for the bag swingers specifically, just so we can be clear. So if you're a bag swinger, in the afternoons, we're going to be having conversations on the Discord. Send me your email. Also, everybody should just be sending me their email just in general. On right here, go right here, send me your email. Everybody should be sending me their email just in general, because I got something to say. I got a couple of things that I want to send you guys, and when I have y'all emails, then I can send it to y'all, and you could decide if you want to be a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want to be on Jack Frost's personal mailing list, you're going to send your emails to me so you could be on Jack Frost's personal mailing list. Copy? And just so we could also be even more transparent as far as that is concerned, like I said, on the Discord servers, starting to, what's today, Tuesday? We're going to start on Wednesday. Starting on Wednesday on the Discord servers, I'm going to be going live with chats, talking to whoever. If you're a bag swinger, on the bag swinger voice chat, I'm going to be going live around 6 o'clock, around 5, 6 o'clock every day while I'm working. Because while I'm working, I could discuss with y'all and talk to y'all what we're doing, talk to y'all about what we're going to talk about on the show, hear y'all opinions, have conversations. So that's what we're going to be doing, but I'm only going to be open to the bag swingers. So y'all guys decide what y'all want to do. With that being said, appreciate you, Hulu. With that being said, let's call out the drops from yesterday. I believe that we had we have maybe 2 drops last night. Real quick, I just want to call those out, and then let's get on with the show. And I want to say shout out to Liberty Hazelton. Like, a lot of y'all support, so don't get it confused. But Liberty Hazelton, like, shout out to Liberty Hazelton, like. For real, salute my brother. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to Nita Sands with the $50 drop. Popping bottles. Definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are all the best. Do not get this confused. No, I was reading the thing, YouTube thing real quick. Don't be confused. Let's do do not kick Chartice Eats Well. Don't kick Chartice Eats Well. Don't kick that person. One thing I want to say is this. If you're an individual who can't have a difference of opinion with somebody else and have a discussion with them without insulting people, or insulting the person in which we're talking about, that says more about your intelligence than it does about whether the other person is really whatever the hell you're talking about. I'm just saying. So we can have an intelligent conversation, or I could clown you. Those are the two things we could be. Those are the two things we could do. We could have an intelligent conversation, or I could clown you. I prefer to have an intelligent conversation, just so we can be clear. But the community might want me to clown you. So you can go on whatever type of time you want to go on. Who am I to tell you what to do? What up, James S? How you doing this morning? He says, salute Frost, BBN fam. What up, Watts Games? Hope everything is going well, my brother. What up, Mark Hernandez? Stay Wise. How you doing, Stay Wise? Stay Wise used to be green. What happened, Stay Wise? You disappeared for a while. You don't know if you want to be a member no more. I tell you what, I'm going to try to do a little bit better, and we can see if we can win back your membership. How about that? Who else we got up in here? What up to the business? Queen Shy. I like when Queen Shy, because she be like, she don't call them haters no more. She calls them the peasants. Who else we got up in here? What up, Eric Mack? Shout out to Eric Mack. We haven't seen him in a while, a couple of days. Hope everything is going well, my brother. What up, Bree Powell? The sniper. How you doing, baby girl? Always love when you pull up. You already know what it is. Who else we got up in here? Rude. Don't nobody see them dots. Jones. He says salute BBN family. Frost. How you doing? What up, Brooklyn Born? Always happy to see you up in here. Brooklyn Born has a 1-year badge. Salute. You already know what it is. Yeah, also no D. No D word also. Let's not use the D word, please. Let's please not use the D word. Please. You can't really use that word and it not be really going at somebody. Let's please not use the D word. What up, Marcus Steele? I haven't seen you in a while, my brother. Hope everything is going well. Everybody say what's up to my niece, Demani. We got Demani in here. Salute, baby girls. Alright, so, and Boy Black, who's already had one of his comments erased, shout out to that. And Chartice Eats Well. Chartice Eats Well says, what's that truth of Martin Luther King? He was a sellout and sacrificed like Jesus. What up, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Salute, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I'm trying to get my music video load up. I'm trying to load up a music video show every single day with different music videos. I need you to send me the ones that I can play. Copy. Okay, so those two are just in here to argue. I'm gonna let y'all argue. Just don't curse at each other, please. Don't say the words that I prefer not to be used, please. I'm gonna let y'all argue. I'm not even caring. Alright, so let's get into this real quick. I got a question. Oh, you just hit him. Shout out to that. He got this sniper. Sule! What's up, Sule? How you doing this morning? She says, good morning, BBN Family Network. Frost, have a good day today, guys. Sending my love. You send your love every day, baby girl. You know we like it. Yes, the peasants. No, hold on. Stop. Hold on. I don't come up with dope shit, though. You know what it is? Because I really like you guys. And I hang out with you guys every day. And I sincerely like you guys. So, yes. I'm always... I'm thinking all the time. Alright, so let's get into this real quick. I want to explain a problem that I have. I'm not here to talk about the relevancy of... I'm not here to talk about whether Martin Luther King did good or did bad. I'm not here to talk about that. Because there can be an argument made on both sides. There can be an argument made that he led people like sheep. There can be an argument made that he was trying to free our people in a manner that wouldn't lead us back into slavery, that wouldn't lead us back into subjugation. Now, the reason why I say that is because often people think the way to break out of subjugation is by violence. Now, I do agree that there needs to be a certain aggressive tone or level to be taken without a shadow of a doubt. And so I don't think that the people that say that are necessarily wrong. Only way to get out of beyond the slave violence. But at the same time, I understand that you can't defeat your oppressor by wanting your oppressor to just change their heart. You understand? You can't. You're not going to defeat your. You're not going to win if you think that your oppressor is just going to one day grow a heart. That's not going to happen. So I understand the people who are for him, and I understand the people who are against him. Because if we win our freedom through violence, we're going to have to keep our freedom through violence. Are you ready for that? I'm going to say that again. When you win your freedom through violence, you have to keep your freedom through violence. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to have a war that will never end? Are you ready for that? I don't think most people are ready for that. I think most people want to pretend that they are. I think that most people want to say, I'm going to take the high road. I do think that. But when we got individuals out here that are supposed to be our advocates and they're busy out here spouting what Dr. Martin Luther King said, but they're not trying to put no generational wealth in our communities. They're not trying to help create ownership. What are they really doing? And that's my question, and that's what I'm asking. For everybody that might not know, they had a situation that went on at the Capitol where they had some Black Lives Matter put up a video of a black woman twerking with the American flag boy shorts on at the Capitol. What the hell? Is that what we're being? Is that what we're being equated to? That all we good for is for entertainment. That's all black folk is good for, entertainment. Why would Black Lives Matter, it was an organization that is ran by white people, just so we can be clear. Why would Black Lives Matter, who don't give money to the smaller Black Lives Matter communities, when you donate money to Black Lives Matter, you donate money to a big organization, right? Now they got smaller chapters all over America that they don't give nothing to. They got smaller chapters all over America that Black Lives Matter, the money don't trickle down to them. They're asking the big organization of, shout out to Prince to Amir, they ask the big organization of Black Lives Matter for money all the time. They don't give them nothing. Or they give them the bare minimum at best. So I want to know, if these people that are supposed to be our leaders, if these people that are supposed to be the people that's supposed to help us get our freedoms and help us be able to push into the next generation, these people, if they're busy out here spouting Dr. Martin Luther King, but they aren't living by what he was actually saying, what are we to do? How are we supposed to accept that? And I want some opinions. Because we're busy out here canceling every single person except for the people that are doing some of the worst shit to us. We're canceling people for words. Why aren't we canceling people for actions? Nobody want to go against Black Lives Matter because the minute that you say, yo, look, I don't agree with Black Lives Matter, then all of a sudden you don't like black people. Black Lives Matter is ran by white people, aren't they? Or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Is it? Wait, hold on. Isn't Black Lives Matter ran by white people? And I'm not saying that white people can't run an organization that helps out communities other than their own, demographics, other ethnicities other than their own. I am not saying that. But what I'm saying is, how can we act like that Black Lives Matter is untouchable? How can we act like we can't criticize them because then we're criticizing black people when it's not even ran by black people? Can somebody tell me how many schools Black Lives Matter put up? They got enough money. Can somebody tell me how many schools they open? Can anybody tell me how many schools they open in poor communities? Can anybody tell me about how many jobs they created other than working for Black Lives Matter? I'm curious. Can somebody tell me? Queen Shah said, I canceled Black Lives Matter when you spoke about it in its history. I'll admit, I didn't know, but now I do. When you know better, you do better. It's a shame, in my honest opinion. I agree with you. And now look at this. I'm not here. We got to talk about way more than Black Lives Matter, by the way. Just so we can be clear. But Black Lives Matter, shout out to Gary Crawford. Black Lives Matter put up, let me show you this. Let me show, now hold on. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Bree Powell says, I think people care more than not about what others think, which prevents them from taking the actions to stand up to show what they believe in. I think a lot of people are scared to speak out on whatever for various different reasons. So I'm agreeing with you. And I don't think any of the reasons why they're scared to speak out is honorable, if that's a fair way to put it. I think sometimes people just don't want to speak out because they don't want to be Look at this video Black Lives Matter got up. I'm not gonna play the audio. This is so disrespectful. On Martin Luther King. They put this out on Martin Luther King's birthday. This is so disrespectful. They put this out on Martin Luther King's birthday. Black Lives Matter. This is so disrespectful. Now, I don't even think she shot this recently because everybody is walking around in shorts. So this was a video they been shot. So this was a plan. This was planned. This is disgusting. I think I did hear about that. Foot in the ass says, does anybody know about the time Martin Luther King got stabbed by a black woman coming out of the store and almost died? I think I do remember hearing about that. I don't know enough about it to have an actual conversation though. You could tell me about it though. You could keep commenting or you can even call in and speak on that. What up, Crisis? So I want to know. That was planned. They shot that in the summer. You see everybody else also have on shorts. They shot that in the summer. This was planned. They shot a video and planned to upload it on a black holiday of a black dark-skinned. What up, Banger? Everybody say what's up to my brother. Salute. Look, check it out. Hold on. They uploaded a video. Just so we can be clear. But wait, hold on. Before they get to the uploading, they shot a video of a black woman twerking in American flag shorts in the Capitol and planned on dropping it on a black holiday. I'm sorry. What up, Black Cuddy? I'm sorry. You can't tell me they for us. You can't tell me they for us. You can tell somebody else, though. What up, DSTN? Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. You can't tell me they for us. I don't care. Shout out to that shit. But you can't tell me they for us. If you believe that, shout out to you though. Somebody can tell me something they did in our community to help our community. Anything. Anything. I'm curious. Have they opened up any schools? Have they helped any job creations? Now, before we go any further, I'm going to tell you my opinion on them. They trying to become a political party. They're trying to become a political party. You know how many people they already got? You know how many Democrats they already got helped get elected because those Democrats stood next to Black Lives Matter. They shot this in the summer. Everybody is walking around with shorts on, G-Way. They shot this in the summer. Everybody in the background got on shorts. They shot this in the summer. They shot this a long time ago. Matter of fact, they might have shot this a couple of summers ago. Didn't nobody have on masks? Just so we can be clear. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. I don't think anybody had on a mask. No mask. They shot this a long time ago. Nobody got on masks. They shot this a long time ago. This is not anything new. Could we please stop being buffoons? Like, I like to be funny. I like to be humorous. And I like just doing silly shit. Believe me, I do. Just ask anybody that know me. But could we stop being buffoons? Queen Shah said the audacity. Thank you for spelling that right. I was so upset when I saw that. That's a fact. I used to have a teacher that used to use that word all the time in elementary school. She used to always be like, the audacity. And I used to be looking at her like, first I thought I was always impressed by that word back in the day. Like, wow, she used that word. She must really be serious. When she was serious, that's when she used the word. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I want to know, are we gonna start holding the individuals that's supposed to be out here advocating for us? Are we gonna start holding them responsible? Are we gonna start holding them responsible? Or are we just gonna? I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem I have. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you a big problem that I have. And I'm not saying this to speak bad about Biden, just so we can be clear. This is not a Biden going at Biden thing, but I just want to be clear about something. You know how pissed I was when I heard our advocates say give Biden a chance, and if he don't do what we want him to do, then we're gonna make him pay. How are you gonna make Biden pay? When you ask the president of the United States to do a thing and he says no, how are you gonna make him pay? I want to know this. You gonna vote the Republicans into office? Because that's the only way to make the president pay. Taking away all your support, which also means taking the support away from his a party, right? So we're gonna take away all the support and take away the support from his party, and we're gonna then give our support to the party that we believe is racist and that help racists and that back racists. So when I heard our advocates saying that, I'm like, what in the hell? Queen Shah says, yeah, I can't with the buffoonery. I no longer claim that movement. They go so far as to perpetuate stereotypes. I'm over them. Boom. Crisis Black says, I have a question for the chat. Who in the chat is actually surprised by the fact that Black Lives Matter, the organization, is a tool to play on the PTSD of the community for political gain? Well, I'm obviously not surprised, and if you are surprised, I'm gonna be like, I got a bridge. It's for sale. What up, Liberty Hazelton? Salute. Let's get $5 to $10. Let's get $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. We're having a real conversation this morning. I think we got to start holding these advocates accountable. I think that our advocates can't keep saying that they messed up and that they were wrong, because it's literally their job to not mess up. Somebody put a comment before, right? And it was like, Jack Frost, all you care about is being right. And I'm like, well, it's my job to get the facts right, right? Just so we can be clear, that's my job. My job really isn't to entertain you. My job is to get the facts right. If I can do that in an entertaining way, then boom, boom, good for both of us, correct? So my point being is this: an advocate's job is to know which way to steer us, right? Am I right or am I wrong? If you're an advocate for our community, you're supposed to be helping to steer us in a way that's going to help our to give us information that we don't have, so we could be in the right place at the right time, making the best decisions that we can for our community. Correct or am I wrong? So I'm not accepting our advocates consistently getting this wrong. I'm not accepting it. If you're ready to accept it, I'm not going to criticize you or anything. Just fine, accept it. But I'm not accepting it. Because if you're a pitcher in the major leagues and you're there because you got a 100-mile-per-hour fastball and a 86-mile-per-hour changeup, and all of a sudden you do not have that 100-mile-per-hour fastball and that 86-mile-per-hour changeup, you ain't the same pitcher. So if you're an advocate for us because you have successfully led us down a good path and successfully told us information and put us in the right place at the right time, and now you are incapable of doing it, you are not the same advocate. Am I correct or am I wrong? So we want, if you know how they talking about term limits for Congress, which is a great idea, because right now I think Mitch McConnell is like 79 and Nancy Pelosi is like 80. How the hell are they still in? Hold on. I got those numbers right, but I want to say something real quick. When was Nancy Pelosi born? Just so we can be clear. When was she born? All right, boom. Nancy Pelosi was born in 1940. She's 80 years old. I think it's time for her to stop trying to guide America. I'm not one of those people that believe that the older you are, the more you know. I know a lot of people who are pretty old and they do not know nothing. I'm not saying not that much. I mean, they can't keep up with the times. If we go back 20 years, they're geniuses. You go back 30 years, they're geniuses. But now they're in their 60s. Now they're in their 70s. Now they're in their 80s. Times have passed them by. I think that there should be a age that you cannot. I think there should be an age that you cannot be in public office anymore. There's no way in the world why we should have an 80-year-old in public office. You can't tell me she don't wear diapers. You can't tell me that Mitch McConnell is healthy. And I think that's part of our issue, and that's why America can't change. Chemo Savvy, like the name. Chemo Savvy says, not too many people are into positive activism and would rather just be on the bandwagon, ride the coattails of BLM and others, and keep the progress for change everyone into this self-hate and stereotypes. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you 100%. When you're trying to make change happen, people don't want to hear you talking positive. They want to hear you complaining and talking about all the shit in a negative fashion, not in a positive fashion. They don't want to hear, look, you know what we need to do? We need to create these things and we need to create those things. They don't want to hear that. What they want to hear is we need to destroy this and we need to destroy that. I keep hearing defund the police, right? We shouldn't be hearing defund the police. We should be hearing fund the schools. We should be hearing fund housing. We should be hearing fund whatever helps create jobs. That's what we should be hearing. Now, if you're going to take that money from the school, from the police, I'm all for that. They got a lot of money. But if we don't got nowhere else to put the money, why take it from the police? I'm not with that. I'm not with taking the money from the police just for the fact to do it. Where are we putting it? Kimo Savvy says, get your popcorn ready for the inauguration and the clowns who will try to act up, laugh out loud, waste the taxpayers' money, and waste the time for the people to follow Sleepy Joe. Okay, let's stop. Okay, that's one. Two, I do think that they wasted a lot of money, but I'm thinking that they're expecting that they're going to have to kill a lot of civilians. I'm telling you. I think that they're expecting a lot of civilians to die during the inauguration because some people are going to do something stupid and they're not playing with them. They killing you. They not shooting the main. They showing up to kill you. So all of you individuals that plan on going down to DC to do something weird, please don't. You got family members that love you. I don't care if you're racist. I don't care if you hate me, hate black people. You got family members that love you. You got people that depend on you. Don't go out there and get yourself killed. Why? I don't believe in what you're fighting for. But don't throw your life away. No, I'm not saying we love the police. But what I'm saying is, when they say defund the police, look who's saying it, Democrats. Democrats is the main people who start up shit and steal money. Right? So when I hear defund the police, I hear trying to open up a back door to steal the money and put it in the pockets of politicians. That's what I hear. So I'm not with the defund the police. I'm with the fund something. Let's fund our children. Let's fund our next generation. Why don't we got youth centers set up so single parents have somewhere to send their kids to, that they don't have to keep freaking paying for home health, that they don't have to pay for kindergarten or whatever? Why are we funding that? Why aren't we funding after school programs? Why aren't we giving the teachers more money so we can keep the good teachers in the city? So I'm saying let's fund these other things. If by funding them, you're then going to take money away from the police, I'm fine with that. But I don't want to just take the money away from the police. Where's it going? Crisis Black says the problem in this country right now is a phrase that low-key has been circulating in the dark web for a while. Comply or die. This is people's approach, so the extreme sides of both perspectives. I agree. I don't know shit about the dark web, but I agree. Garrett Crawford says, it's not our fight. Let's leave it to the powers that be versus the Patriots. No. I'm not getting involved in the mess. Believe me, I'm not. But I do know how America works. And America will screw that person over just so it could create a just so it could create a mandate that now could be used whenever they want. You understand what I'm saying? So when these idiots go down there and do whatever the hell they planning on doing, take into consideration we're this much closer. We're getting closer and closer and closer to martial law. And I'm not talking about the fighter on the video game. What up, Denise Morgan? How you doing? You guys are funny. I'm not fucking with you two. You guys are funny. I know you are. You're funny. So that's why I'm saying I don't want these freaking whoever the hell these guys think. They're not patriots, okay? First of all, you can't be a patriot and have the Confederate flag. That's an impossibility. Shout out to BQ Mommy, my sister-in-law. Everybody say what's up. You cannot carry a Confederate flag. You cannot carry a Confederate flag and call yourself a patriot. Not of America. You can be a patriot of the freaking Confederates. That's what you are a patriot of. You cannot be a patriot of America, the United States of America, and carry a damn Confederate flag. That is an impossibility. That is the flag of a country we destroyed, or America destroyed. For everybody that don't know. Foot in the ass says they're going to eventually take away any type of protest and march and freedom of speech. See, this is the problem. Protesting is about to go out the window in a minute. Shout out to all of the people that decided that they wanted to follow Trump destroying our democracy. But let me explain something. People don't even know what freedom of speech is. They don't have to take it away from us. People think freedom of speech is a thing that it's not. So people aren't even using the freedom of speech the correct way. People think that freedom of speech means the ability to say whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. That is not what freedom of speech is. Matter of fact, freedom of speech was created because, most likely, one of the reasons why freedom of speech was created was because of individuals that did that. Nah, Eric Mack, you killing it. Keep going. Yes, setting precedents to harm us down the road. Thank you, Eric Mack. What Kimo Sabi says, just look at the earmarks and the spending of money that's going on in the other countries, that states spending on other issues, not all. God dang it, can you write this? God. Just look at the earmarks and the spending of monies that's going into other countries. That countries spending on other issues are not the real issue at hand. Money being spent for nothing. Okay, my brother, I'm loving your comments, man, but please read them shits before you send them. Yep, create a problem and offer a solution. I'm going to explain something to you, and this is the way that I operate. I'm always wary of people that want to help me get out of a problem that they could have possibly created. Because I know how that feels, to have people creating problems for you that acting like they're going to become your savior. We're not doing that. If I even think you have a hand in on my problem, I don't need your help. I'd rather just suffer. And that's the way I be thinking. I got to figure something else out because I don't want your help, because you set me up. You line me up. Come on, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. We having real conversation today. Every time I have real conversation, y'all motherfuckers don't pull up for me. I'm just saying, we having a real conversation today, talking about real shit. It's kind of discouraging that I have to talk about BS, and like when I talk about real conversations, y'all don't pull up. This country's getting over $2,000 a week per individual for stimulus. We're going way too far off of the conversation, so we're gonna reel it back some. Because we're going so far off of the conversation. I want to reel it back some. The conversation that we're having today, just so we can be clear. Let me put the title back up. Why do people talk about Dr. Martin Luther King but don't follow his lead? That's the conversation that we're having today. Shout out to DSTN with the $5 drop. He said you already. Also, we're looking for it to go to the Cash App. Shout out to DSTN with the $5 drop. You already know. Only because we're talking about such a serious topic, we're not going to be doing a saloon today. That's the only reason. We're talking about a really serious topic, and I want to stay on point, and I want to have the appropriate type of energy towards this. But what we will do is, we will do the saloon, but not in a normal way. Copy? DSTN pulls up to the saloon. We got to speak on the stage. Speak on the stage is speaking about how we need to fight for our freedom. DSTN walks over to the bartender. He says, "Hey, who's this guy?" Bartender says, "Don't worry about it. Just sit down and listen. He's doing his job." Bartender hands him a coffee. He said, "No brandy this morning, my brother. You need to focus. Listen, let's go." Shout out to DSTN pulling up to the saloon. Shout out to D. Wiley. He says, "Can't be in the chat, but I'm here." Salute, my brother, with the $5 drop. These are all hater drops, by the way. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? So I want to be clear on something. And I want to be as transparent could be. I want to be as transparent could be. I'm personally tired. I'm pissed off at all of these people who claim that they love us, love our culture, and all they do is show up and lead us in the wrong lead us for what I believe to be in the wrong direction. Shout out to Wavy D. That's the problem. I don't want to hear no more politicians say Dr. Martin Luther King quotes. Not one. Not Bernie Sanders, not one. I don't want to hear not one politician. I don't want to hear not one activist. I don't want to hear them talk about no Dr. Martin Luther King quotes. I don't want to hear no Malcolm X quotes. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to see action. I need for some of these people to come out and say, "Yo, look, Black Lives Matter is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm going to have faith in you when you do that." I need for them to come out and say, "Yo, look, we're not talking about defunding the police. What we're talking about doing is funding our community." We got single mothers out here that got to pay $300-400 a week for childcare. Why? How? We need to have programs. Shout out to DSTN with the $5 drop. We need to have programs set up to help single parents in general. We need to have programs set up to help people that have jobs be able to turn that money that they are making, whatever it might be, into affordable health care, into affordable housing. You go try to get affordable housing now. Do you understand what you got in New York City? You got to wait like 3-4 years. Appreciate you. I'm not sure if you want me to shout your name out, baby girl, but I'm gonna call you SG. SG with the $5 drop. She said, "Silent listener. Thanks for keeping us thinking." Definitely appreciate you, SG. She a cutie too. That's a fact. It's a hater drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? So I just want to be clear on that, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what they do to us. They get us in an uproar about something, right? Now we're fighting for that thing that we're in an uproar about. And now there's a different activist, but they want our attention. So they go find something else to get into an uproar about. So we're just moving back and forth, being in uproars about different things, but not focusing on anything that's going to help our situation. Just being angry. And then they further perpetuate that, because what's the main thing they try to say about black people? Angry black man, angry black woman. Right? I know black people that think that that's a badge of honor to be called an angry black man. Badge of honor to be called an angry black woman. Not realizing that once they call you an angry black man or an angry black woman, they're literally saying that you don't think, you act without thinking. Because they're not calling you angry, they're calling you emotional. And whenever anybody calls somebody emotional, that's usually an insult. So when you hear people talk about the angry black man, the angry black woman, they insulting you. They're calling you an emotion. They're calling you emotional. They're saying that you don't act with resolve. That you act without thinking. Think about that for a moment. Just let that sink in. Because then how do they manipulate us? They go find different things to be in an uproar over. I looked at somebody who's running for, I'm not going to call her name because I actually like the lady, the young lady. I actually like her, so I'm not going to call her name. And also, this isn't about her. But I seen somebody that is a politician that I actually know personally. I know quite a few politicians. Politician that I actually know personally. And they recently put up a post talking about defunding the police. Okay, but I get it. You don't want you think by giving the police less weapons, that's gonna make them accident or purposely kill less people? You don't think that the problem lies somewhere? I think the problem lies somewhere else. I know that if you tell me that you want me to dribble a basketball, right, effectively, and you're upset because I'm not dribbling the basketball effectively, and you say, deflate the ball, that's not going to help me dribble the basketball more effectively. That's going to most likely make me dribble the basketball less effectively. So what do you think is going to happen when they start actually defunding the police without funding other resources that's going to help create situations that's going to have less crime? Because crime isn't going to go away. See, people are so concerned with these situations that the police are doing the wrong thing that you're not thinking about all of those times that the police do the right thing. And that they need those resources in order to be able to do the right thing. Anyway, Funny Ass Entertainment says people don't understand that thing he was fighting for is not to integrate but to have the equal opportunities. So if the white schools, we can have black schools, and the same for everything else. I'm going to 100% agree with that. I'm going to read that comment over. Sees Funny Ass Entertainment says people don't understand that thing he was fighting for is not to integrate but to have the equal opportunity. So if they have white schools, we can have black schools, and the same for everything else. I'm going to explain what the problem is with integration. I don't have an issue with it, by the way, but I'm going to explain to you what the problem is. The problem is you're asking to be accepted. If you have to ask anyone to be accepted, you will never be accepted. They don't accept you, even if they let you in. Pardon me. That's the problem with integration. You're asking people, yo, accept me. It's nothing for a person to say, come in, don't worry. You think they're going to treat you seriously? So we shouldn't be wanting to integrate we should be wanting to create a situation where when we do come into contact with whoever might be the opposing parties, we're on equal footing. And then everything else is just going to work itself out. That's the way I feel about it. I could be wrong. But when you say, please accept me, we got to stop doing that. That's what Democrats do, by the way. Please accept us. We're begging to be accepted. We're begging. That's what Democrats do. Shout out to them. DSTN said, I can't count how many times in less than a year you was on point. Respect. Appreciate you. Crisis Black says, the fact that far too many people in the general public are not capable of critical thinking leaves them open to manipulation. Two-dimensional thinking is the undoing of civilization. I 100% agree with you. But also, we don't even teach they don't teach critical thinking in school no more. You know, when I was in elementary school, they taught us critical thinking. And I literally sat in class and seen kids that couldn't get it. And I couldn't understand why kids couldn't get it. But now that I'm an adult, I understand why some people don't get it. Some people lack the ability to be able to understand an opposing person's viewpoint. Children usually lack the ability to be able to understand the viewpoint that is not their own. There's a lot of adults that have that same problem. Definitely, I agree with you on the critical thinking comment. I think that above and beyond is 100% on point. Crisis Black says he's responding to foot in the ass. I'm gonna let that one go. What up, Flower Bloom? Okay, how you doing, baby girl? Come on, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. God dang it. I'm kind of high in the building. I don't know why that stuff be sounding like it's right outside the window. I could imagine how that shit sound outside. Like, what in the hell? I think nowadays people use Dr. Martin Luther King as a prop. I don't like that. I'm against that. I think they use him as a prop. I think what they do is this. Tell me if I'm wrong. They want to sound like they're fighting the good fight. So they just take a Dr. Martin Luther King phrase, usually out of context, and then they use it. Boom. So then when somebody goes back and talks about what they're saying, they can't criticize them because you just quoted Dr. Martin Luther King. So if you criticize me, you're criticizing Dr. Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? People do that often. Watch the next time you personally get into a disagreement with somebody. Pay attention that they're not doing that to you. That's another thing that people like to do. Well, once you're thinking, okay, so basically you could think about how the world affects you, and to how you affect the world, and then how the world is affected sands you, and then how the world is affected that when you're living in it, and how everything works together. So a lot of people can't even understand or comprehend how the world is affected when they're in the world and everybody is living together. They can't comprehend that. You understand what I'm saying? So often what you'll have is you'll have an individual, and the easiest basis for a person to understand how things work is what they like and what they don't like. So that's usually as far as a person could go with their understanding of life. They can understand what they like and what they don't like. Anything past that, they cannot grasp that concept. They're not here for that. You have to have a certain amount of empathy, a certain amount of sympathy, a certain amount of understanding to be able to raise your level of consciousness. If everything is always about you can't raise your level of confidence. I mean, pardon me, of comprehension. You can't have better understanding. Consciousness. You can't have better understanding if everything is always about you. I'm gonna say this much. Eric Max says facts. Some people that was using Breonna Taylor as a plot. Whatever happened to that? I want to know where were the people that were saying that they never going nowhere until the cops that killed Breonna Taylor is locked up? Because it seems like after the election, all of that stuff went away. Did they lose their funding? Respectfully, did they lose their funding? There was quite a few different groups of people that was like they're not going nowhere until the cops that killed Breonna Taylor's locked up, right? Didn't two advocates get killed? 2 advocates got killed from Louisville regarding that. 2 of them. One, they tried to steal his car. He got killed, and another dude died. I forgot how. So we gotta be mindful of that. We gotta be mindful of that. That's shit to be mindful of. That stuff don't lose out on the understanding of that. Where they at? The election is over, so they going. So these are the same people that they gonna pull up next election, right? Next election, these same advocates is gonna pull up telling you who to vote for after they just told you to vote for Biden, right? Shout out to that. I'm not against Biden, but I'm not against Biden. I don't want to make it sound like I am. I'm not for him. I'm not for Trump neither. But it's going to be the same people, ain't it? Tell me where I'm wrong. Yeah. They had a whole song about arresting the killers of Breonna Taylor. You are 100% correct. They had a literal song about it. This is a fact. I heard the song at a rally. I need some of these activists to just come out and keep it a stack and be like, yo, we was wrong. I need some of these activists to just come out and keep it a stack. Like, yo, look, we was trying to get people to vote. We told you to vote for some people. We don't know, just keep it a stack. It wasn't about getting Biden in office. It was about getting Trump out of office. I could live with that. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Just so we could be clear. What up, Jason Tanowitz? I'm 100% cool with I don't like Biden. I just didn't want Trump in the office. I'm 100% cool with that. I'm 100% cool. You voted for Biden because you voted for Trump because you don't like Biden. I understand that sometimes we vote for individuals only dependent on the individual that they're running against we don't like. I'm here for that. I think that is cool. There's not a problem with that. I think that we need to be more educated, and I don't necessarily think that we should do that. But if there's 2 parties, and there's one that you just do not want in the office, so you vote for the other guy, I'm not going to criticize you. But don't tell me that the other guy's good, is what I'm saying. A lot of people believe that the president is the end-all be-all, right? And coincidentally enough, we do have quite a few. America has a history of electing individuals with questionable character. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Sr. and Jr., Donald Trump, Richard Nixon. So America has a history of electing people with questionable character. whose character was questionable even before they got elected, just so we can be clear. So you shouldn't really expect different, is my point. Anyway, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. Whenever I talk about real topics, man. Now, if I was in here talking about nothing, that's the shit I don't get. If I was in here talking about nothing, y'all be pulling up for me. When I talk about real topics, y'all don't pull up. Like, I don't understand that. Like, if you're a person that want the channel to grow, like, how is my channel supposed to grow, be relevant, and do stuff if the only thing I could do is talk about bullshit every day? I can't have no real discussions and real topics. I can't talk about stuff that matter. If I talk about stuff that matter, then that means that, like, that's crazy. I don't know. Shout out to you guys, though. Ain't nothing I could do about that. Jason Tanewitz says, presidents are either racist or are they mutual in everything you have to be. I don't know what you was trying to say there. But you can't say neither. Do you mean to say either? Because neither and either are not interchangeable. Just so you know. Neither and either is not interchangeable. So I'm not sure what you was trying to say there, Jason. What up, D? Candy, man. How you doing today, my brother? Yeah, neither and either is not interchangeable. So I'm not sure what you was trying to say there. Well, my whole thing is every president before Abraham Lincoln allowed slaves. So can we please stop celebrating these people who allowed slaves while we're going to say slavery is terrible? I don't think that makes any sense, Jason Chanowitz, but okay. Funny Ass Entertainment says, because we just had a black president that swore he couldn't do anything for us because of Senate or Congress, so they seem like the problem to me. Well, he had the House his first 2 years in office. He just chose not to do anything. He still used the fact that the Senate, when he could have just had the bill passed. So he chose not to do anything. You get what I'm saying? He chose not to. That's why I try not to talk about Obama over here. What up, Vic Star? How you doing this morning, baby girl? Everybody loves Vicks. We love Vicks. He chose not to do anything, just so we can be clear. He could have. There's no reason in the world. There's no reason in the world why he couldn't even attempt it to do some things. He didn't even attempt. But no. What are you gonna say? Shout out to Queen Shy with the $2 with the $15 drop. Only reason why we are not doing the saloon this morning is because we're having a real conversation about real topics, and I don't want to mix it up. I want people to act like this is I think that this is important. I think everything we talk about is important. Let's not get it confused. Did who choose or was told? Say that again, Watts Games. Explain. I don't know what you're talking about, Watts. Explain. I don't know what you're talking about, Watts. Explain. I'm gonna give me a little bit more coffee. Obama had a lot. First of all, just so we can be clear, and I think that this is what a lot of woke black people try to explain, and the individuals that want to keep us confused try to ignore. Just so we can be clear, Obama 100% could have did stuff for black people. He didn't. Just so we can be clear. He didn't. Just so we can be clear, Obama did a lot for immigrants. Obama did a lot for immigrants. I think people are just missing out. Obama did a lot for other countries. Obama did a lot for people coming from other countries coming to America. I don't want anybody to get a misunderstanding like he didn't. He could have did things for Americans. He was actively not doing things for Americans. He didn't. Okay, Obama's first 2 years in office, he could have gotten anything he wanted passed. Obama's first 2 years in office, he could have gotten anything he wanted passed. Anything. Anything. Extremely popular president. You have the House. Any bill you put through is going to pass. He chose not to put those bills up. No, people was asking Obama to do things. Our advocates weren't. I didn't see Reverend Al Sharpton asking Obama to get stuff done. I didn't see Reverend Al Sharpton asking to get stuff done. I didn't see any of our other older advocates, just so we could be clear. I didn't see them trying to get anything done. They wasn't asking him to get anything done. Our advocates. So once again, this goes and falls back on our advocates. I didn't see them getting anything done. I didn't see them attempting to get anything done. I didn't see them trying to do anything. I didn't see them trying to talk to them. They tried to, think about it like this. Definitely, thank you for the ass entertainment. People was holding Trump to a standard that they didn't even pretend. What up, Tighten Up TV? People was holding Trump to a standard that they didn't even pretend to hold Obama to. All Obama had to come out and do was look nice in a couple of suits. That's it. Trump had to do this. Trump had to do that. Trump had to do that. Trump had to speak on this. Trump had to speak on that. Black people was getting killed by police when Obama was in office. Right? Or am I wrong? I think I'm right. Anyway, this ain't about Obama. Shout out to T Moto with the $20 drop. I definitely appreciate you, my brother. Dub drop. Come on, let's go. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops in the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. You already started it. Let's finish it. I really prefer being able to have conversations like this every once in a while. Let's get to the Cash App and encourage this type of conversation on the channel more. I think we fight too much for representation. I don't care about representation. But I think we fight too much trying to get representation. I think us as black people are always trying to fight so we could be represented. I don't care about being represented as far as having a black person in a position to do whatever. I don't care about that. You know what I care about? I care about policy changing. I care about that. Let's change some policies. Let's get some policies changed. Let's help out the Let's help out the single parent. Schools close at 3, 4 o'clock, right? But why don't schools stay open to 7? Schools should stay open to 7 because some parents don't get home till 6. You see that idea? You see that? You see how easy that is to fix? That's so easy to fix. School should stay open to 7. You have people who their job is they work with the schools and they come into the school around 2:30 they start their day at school and they work from 2:30 to 7. 5 days a damn week. If you have teachers, you can switch up teachers that might want to get extra hours. And the teachers could have a rotation where some of the teachers also stay in the school, helping to put more money in people's pockets. But this takes funding. So every time I hear defund the police and I don't hear fund our school centers, school systems and our school centers, that's what I hear. And that's upsetting to me. I'm calling this because you didn't say don't. Shout out to Vic Star. I'm gonna tell you what she wrote. She said, on behalf of the not so dark-skinned people who actually care about one race, the human race, spread love. Shout out to Vix. Appreciate you, baby girl. The hell? And shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $20 drop. Definitely appreciate you. We having real good conversation today. Come on, y'all, pull up. Encourage this conversation. We don't always gotta encourage buffoonery. We don't always gotta encourage buffoonery. Let's encourage this conversation. Let's make us feel more comfortable having conversations like this. Pull up to the Cash App. Let's go. Or to the PayPal. Let's go. Flower Bloom. I'm not just talking about after school programs in one school or two schools. I'm saying in America, especially in big cities, you know, there's people that's paying $300 a week for somebody to go pick up one of their kids. And hold them until they get off of work for 2 or 3 hours. I'm talking about removing that bill from a household. So we can't just give people money, but we can remove bills. We could do that, right? We could remove bills. So that's what I'm talking about, just so we could be clear. And also, I'm not just talking about later crisis. Appreciate you. Hope that physical therapy goes well. I'm talking about, just so we could be clear, first and foremost, kids from Head Start, if need be, to about 6th grade. And every kid that's in that program, there should be lunch there. Maybe some kid don't have a parent that's at work, but that kid don't want to go home. Maybe you could keep the kid in school a little bit longer in order for that kid to be able to get extra tutelage. Maybe we keep those kids in school a little bit longer from that 2:30, 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock in order to help them learn more crafts, like arts and crafts. Like, this is what we need to be thinking. No. Stop. Watch games. Stop. The number one thing I'm saying is we bring out an outside organization, and if a teacher wants to be involved in the school, that they get time and a half. I'm saying they get paid. Let's stop. Watch games. Let's not assume the negative. All right? Could we not do that? Appreciate you, though. But could we not assume the negative? Could we say about the thing that we're talking about instead of saying that's not going to work and then just say something negative? Let's not do that. Because we're just talking about an idea or a concept at this point. Let's allow for that idea and for that concept to grow. Let's not try to shoot it down before it's a possibility. And I get it, you're a teacher. But how are we supposed to have change if every time somebody says, I could think of a change, another person says that's not going to work, and then give reasons why it's not going to work? One of the changes I've been saying needs to happen is they need to fund the schools. One of the things I've been saying they need to happen is that teachers need raises. You have to do all of that before we could do any kind of programming. Teachers need raises. That's a fact. There's no reason in the world why any teacher in any inner city, I'm talking about inner city specifically, there's no reason why any teacher in any inner city should be making less than $35,000 a year. They should be making 50, 55 and up. You probably start off at 35. You work that for about a year, 2 years, and then your next bump should be thousands of dollars. Funny Ass Entertainment said we need to update the curriculum first. Agreed. We don't need to be learning Christopher Columbus discovered America. Agreed. Laugh out loud. And a lot of other nonsense. We need to teach trades. Agreed. Not ways to work for someone else. Agreed. You ain't say nothing wrong. Watch Games ain't say nothing wrong, just so we can be clear. But I'm saying let's build, not tear down. I don't think our teachers are respected enough. I don't think our teachers are paid enough. I don't think our teachers are listened to enough. That's a fact. Teachers will make $30K. I think after 2 years, I think teachers, any student loans they have from the government should be wiped out. I think that if a teacher goes if a teacher goes and does a good job, depending on how good their job is dependent on how much of their loan should be wiped out. I think that we should be wiping out teachers' student loans. That's just my opinion. Because I think that I think the government should be paying people to be teachers. That's just my opinion. So we need to see, this is a building conversation. Defunding the police is a destroying conversation. So now when we're having this building conversation, when they say, well, where are we going to get the money from? The police is going to fund it. The NYPD will fund the schools in New York City. The NYPD should also have another branch that are not necessarily armed officers, but officers that help with mental health situations. And you know what? They can have an office in every school, every public school in New York City. There's a reason why we can't start teachers off at 70,000, because you don't know if that teacher's gonna stick. Because I think we should also fire bad teachers. And I'm not talking about bad teachers based on how good the teacher is at how good the grades are. I'm talking about bad teachers as far as teachers who just aren't good at doing teaching. I think teachers should be monitored by the school, not by the government, but by whoever the principal and the people who run the school. I think teachers should be monitored. Every class should be monitored, and periodically they should look in on those classes and see what the hell they are doing and how they're teaching. Because I think nowadays we don't teach kids. I think nowadays they're just training kids to memorize. So I think that's an issue. And I don't think that teachers should just start off with 6 figures. But I think that every single school, if you have a capable teacher, that teaches no reason why the teacher shouldn't be able to make 6 figures. Yes, it should not be about test scores. Thank you, Queen Shah. Teachers need to be monitored. And upon them being monitored, we can know what they're doing good and what they're doing bad, correct? Tell me where I'm wrong. Watt says 30K is low. We go to school for 5 years. We have an endless professional development. That's a fact. We go to school an extra 3 to 4 years for our masters and doctorates to top off at 65 with a doctorate. First of all, I think that teachers should be able to top off at about 120, 130. Just so we could be clear. Second, I think after you become a teacher, and you've been doing it, and now you're going back to school because you have to go back to school, I think that the government should pay for all of that, period. Period. I think the government should pay for any extra learning that you need to get after you've been doing teaching for 2 to 3 years. Because now this is your job. You see, hold on, I'm going to explain something to you. Sometimes I work at places in my life, right? And you'll hear me say, yo, I used to work as, or I used to work at, but those weren't my jobs. I just worked there. Unless you've been somewhere for 2 or 3 years, that's not really your job. You just work there. And I think that there's a difference, and I think that we should be able to understand the difference. Okay, James S., he keeps talking about how much people are old, but I just said that I think that the government should pay for these things. So could we please stop having the negative conversation? And could we please try to talk some positivity into existence? Could we please try to manifest positivity instead of manifest negativity? Could we do that? Because I can't do nothing about what's happening now. But we're talking about what the changes that we will want. So while we're talking about the changes that we will want, and all you could do is talk about the negativity of now, you're kind of not fitting in the conversation. We're trying to talk positivity into existence. Could we do that? Could we manifest positivity? Is that possible? So once again, I believe, this is just me talking. I understand that I'm actually talking to both of y'all, and I'm trying to get him to also try to manifest positivity. And that's why I said what I said to him earlier. It's manifest positivity. I'm not going at either one of you brothers. I love both of you brothers. I'm just saying let's manifest positivity. First thing we need to do is stop making teachers pay for schooling that they need to take in order to be able to move further in their career. That's one. The government should pay for that. The government should pay for that due to how good you've been teaching. If you're an actual teacher that you are teaching extremely well and you're good at your job, the government should then fund more of your future learnings. Does that make sense, or am I wrong? If you're an actual teacher and you've worked to become good at your job, and you're actually good at your job, the government should fund your future curriculum, your future learning. Does that make sense, or am I wrong? I don't understand why a teacher has to pay to go back to school, period. I think that that's wrong. I think that you pay for your initial learning. We see if this is something that's going to stick. The government then looks at what you've been doing. The government wipes out a lot of your debt, if not all of your debt. And then you should be able to sign up for programs, or there should already be a program where you don't even need to sign up for it. They put you on a list and they come to you and they say, yo, look, your name has come up. You're doing this. It's time for you to do that. These are the monies that the government is going to give to you in order to allow for you to make it to this next stage of your progression. Are you ready? And that's why I think it should, but we can't get there. And I think that that's the issue, because we need funding. So I don't think we should be saying defund the police. I think we should be saying have the monies that the police have fund other projects. It's still the police money, but now the police are funding these projects. If we do this right, that'll probably help the police even have feel more of a part of our community. Because that's the main issue. The police don't feel like they're part of our community. Besides the fact we yell at them, curse at them, we hate them, F them, all types of other different stuff. Right? And you talking to somebody that my student loan, I owe the government quite a pretty penny on my student loan. All right? Just so we can be clear. Shout out to this dude talking about he about to wipe off 10K of everybody's student loan. I think you're 100% correct with what you stated, James S., by the way. Just so we can be clear. I think you're 100% correct. I think that part of the plan of funding America is by keeping people in debt. So I think that they're abusing our teachers. So you're 100% correct. I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're 1,000% correct. I'm just saying, let's try to talk some positivity into existence. That's what I'm saying. But you're 1,000% correct. They have these teachers in all types of different debts, and it's not fair. Well, I owe more than 2 times that, Eric Mack. Just so we could be clear. Come on, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on. We're having a good conversation this morning. We're having a really good conversation this morning. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App or to the PayPal. Come on, let's go. We're having a good conversation this morning. Funny Ass Entertainment says, we don't want to give them the authority to say they're fixing any problems or all the problems they cause. I say take it away, then fund it, and the police funding. Okay, so we have to, I want to solve more than one problem. I want to hit more than one bird with a stone. Alright, so hear me out, Funny Ass Entertainment. Hear me out. And obviously at this point I'm talking about places with big budgets. So I'm not talking about the small towns as much. I don't know how their funding works. So I'm not necessarily talking about small towns. Obviously I'm talking about big inner cities like LA, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Colorado, a state or a city. Anyway, fucking stupid, pardon me. Denver, there you go. It's Denver, Colorado. Denver. I'm talking about big places that got Minneapolis, Minnesota. Those are states. But basically, I'm talking about places with big police forces, cities with big police forces, obviously, that have a lot of funding, obviously. So, what I'm saying is this. Let's hit two birds with one stone. We have a problem with our schools where our schools need funding. That's not debatable. But we have another issue. And the second issue is that our police are so far removed from the people that they do police that there's a lack of understanding. So we want change. You think we're gonna get change from police officers by us treating them worse? Or do you think we're gonna get change from the police officers where the police officers that do their job the wrong way, we hold them accountable? But we don't treat every single police officer like they committed that same crime that those police officers committed. And that's what I'm saying. I'm 100% sure that if given the opportunity, first of all, we need to start having more of our kids become police officers. I've been saying that for the longest. We're never going to change the system from the outside. That's not going to happen. That's not possible. So we need to start raising some of our kids that might want to go into law enforcement and encouraging them to go into law enforcement, but also teaching them American history. I don't care what ethnicity they are. If you Caucasian family, a white family, and you are not racist, and you do think fairly, and you know that your child wants to be a police officer, I think you should encourage it, but you should also teach them the history of America. The history of the injustices. The history of how police have some police officers. The horrible deeds that they have done. But also teach that change is possible. You see how the more positivity I'm trying to talk about, and I love you, Foot and Ass Entertainment, I love you, Watch Games, and I love you, James S. But if we're going to keep speaking negativity into existence, how we even hope to have anything positive happen? We're going to need Foot and Ass Entertainment's next comment. First, we need to lose the nationality. We have come up with a new one, so we have the nation behind us where we could fund us and we could control our destiny. Right now, we're 3/5 of a human if you're a black citizen. Okay, first of all, just so we can be clear, I think black people need to be more proud of being black people and not proud of the bullshit. I think that we need to stop being proud of, like, yeah, we started the twerking, we started rap music, we started hip-hop rules the world. I think that's less of something that we should be proud of. I think even going back to the 3/5 of a human thing, if we're not involving ourselves in politics, how are we going to even be able to change those type of mandates that's inside of our national scriptures? If we're not trying to integrate. Now, you see why I'm not saying that we should be integrating as far as civil rights is concerned, but we should be integrating as far as power is concerned, or positions of power is concerned. So unless we're trying to integrate ourselves into the police force, and I'm not just saying because you're black, I'm saying because you're going to help create change. If we're not trying to integrate ourselves into politics, I'm not saying because you're black, I'm saying because you're going to actually try to help create change, then what are you doing? Are we just here to complain, or are we here to talk about ways to fix the problem? Because if we just here to complain, then, you know, we don't really even need to talk. We could just go somewhere and be sad. Are we going to talk about ways to try to fix the problem? Are we going to try to talk positivity into existence? Are we going to talk ourselves into existence? Because some people don't even know they exist. Some people are just walking around. So I get what you're saying, but I don't even want to open up no 3/5 of a human conversation, because at this point, that's a whataboutism. I don't want to talk about what we need to do as far as the nationality, because at this point, it's a whataboutism. Right now, we're talking about funding the kids. Right now, we're talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, and how people take his words and use them to hurt us rather than to help us. And then they can't be criticized because they said Dr. Martin Luther King's name, or they said a phrase. Once again, a whataboutism. So Foot in the Ass Entertainment, I get it. There's no hope for anything. Foot in the Ass Entertainment believes there's no hope for anything and we should all just die. That's what I'm assuming by your comments. If you want to do any type of advertisement at all, hit my IG. If you ask me about advertising again without hitting my IG and talking to me, I'm going to assume you're a troll and I'm just going to kick you. Shout out to Deontay Watts with the $10 drop. He says, this talk is everything to me. No. He's probably a troll. He gonna ask me again, and I'm just gonna kick him. Leave him be. We told him what it is. And if somebody else comes in and asks that same question, I need my admins to kick both of them. If anybody else comes in and asks that same question after I just explained to him that he has to hit the IG, kick both of them. Kick every single person that comes in for the rest of this chat and asks that same question. Because they could just hit my IG. They heard it. Hit my IG. I talked to you. So no, I get it. Foot and ass. Every time I come up with a solution, you're gonna come up with a problem, right? Look, you've seen me go after people. I'm obviously not going after you. But if every time I come up with a way that we could try to solve a solution and you want to discuss a problem, then you're not helping the conversation. I need you to help the conversation. You're an extremely smart brother. I've heard you talk. You're an extremely smart brother. I want you on a panel. But we could always talk about no. See, I'm not going into none of that. I'm not going into nationality. I'm not going into anything that could divide us. I don't want to have a conversation about anything that could create division. Get it? You're not doing none of that. So I don't want to have a conversation about nationality because that creates division. No, I'm not even saying I'm right. Just so we could be clear. But you did spell right wrong. That's not the way you spell right. But I'm not. Other than that, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong about anything. I'm saying that we're having a conversation about a thing, and I want to build. And I think that everybody has good ideas about change that we could try to bring forth. Yeah, but we're not having that discussion because that's a whataboutism. Because at this point, that's not something that's going to change in the Constitution. At this point, we're not even to the point where if that changed, it would mean anything. Do you get that? We have to change people's minds and people's hearts before we can even think about if we change something that's on paper, how it would affect anyone. We got to change people's minds and people's hearts. That's what we got to do first. You could make a law about anything. There's a law against speeding. People still speed. But when you change somebody's mind and somebody's heart about speeding, they don't speed. There's laws against murder, right? People still murder people, right? Well, I'm allowing for you to have the I decided. Hold on. This is a conversation about how people take Martin Luther King's words and use them against us, about how they're not necessarily for us. That's what the show is about. I'm not talking about nationality, because I'm not saying that any of us is different from anyone else. I'm saying that as long as we look at it as I'm white and I'm black, as long as we look at it as I'm Dominican and I'm Puerto Rican, as long as we look at it as I'm Mexican and I'm Venezuelan, or whatever the case, we're all American. So we have to solve an American problem. And when we solve the American problem, if we solve it the right way, it'll solve other problems. I hope that's not going over anybody's head. I need to write my notes. That's what I'm saying. We need to solve the American problem. And the American problem is our kids, our next generation needs to be primed to win. Yeah, he's a whole troll. I'm just gonna kick you. Boom. We're not doing that. We're not doing no white people, black people thing. So you're kicked. Shout out to you, ATG Barn. Now go get another account. So that's what I'm saying. Until we start saying, when you go to another, you know how you go to some countries and they talk about how they're Canadian? Of course, they got a delineation between the different nationalities. Don't get this confused. But I think in America, the only people that really talk about how they're American are Caucasian people. I think the rest of us feel like outsiders, for the most part. So I think solving that problem, solving that issue, where a lot of us don't feel like outsiders. But first we got to solve that issue and solve that problems in the mind and in the heart. Then after we solve it in the mind and in the heart, it won't matter what the paperwork say. And that's what I'm saying, if that's fair. No, we don't got to convince anyone. I don't even need to. I'll read the rest of your comment because I fucks with you. But I'm not talking about convincing nobody or nothing. I don't think you're listening to what I'm. Anybody else in here think he's not listening to what I'm saying, or is it just me? Anybody else in here think he's not listening to what I'm saying, or if it's just me? Because if it's just me, maybe then I'm having a. I want to know if the communication issue is on my side or on his side. That's what I'm asking. I'm not trying to shame him or anything in any way. And I'm only talking to the people that we know, obviously. If a random person come in here and say something, I'm not paying attention to you because I ain't never seen you. But I want to know if I'm not understanding or not, because it doesn't seem like he's listening. It seems to me like he's just trying to take the conversation somewhere other than us talking about how we gonna help the kids. Because I'm talking about helping the kids, and it seemed to me like Foot in the Ass Entertainment is want to discuss something other than helping the kids. So I'm curious. So he says, so we got to convince the nation. I'm not talking about convincing the nation. No, we're not talking about fixing problems without a backing. We're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of that. But I'll read your comment. So we got to convince the nation, and I'm not talking about convincing the nation. That's done us wrong since we've been here. No, you're right. You know what, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? We should all give up, right? So I don't have to read. So Foot in the Ass Entertainment thing is that we should all give up, right? That's basically what you're saying, right? Every single thing that you've said so far is that we should give up, right? Because that's basically what you've been saying. You're defeated. You're a defeated man. You believe we should give up. You should believe that there's no hope. Read his comments. That's literally what he's saying. I'll read it. So we got to convince the nation that's done us wrong since we've been here, instead of building our own nation that don't mean segregate, that mean us right before we care about anyone else. How are we going to build our own nation? Explain to me what part of we live in America do you not understand? You know who else tried to build their own nation? The Confederates. You do know that, right? You know who else tried to build their own nation? Black Wall Street. You do understand that, right? We live in America. No, how are we gonna build our? We live in America. All of these things you saying sound gravy. Sound absolutely. You know what? We should do all of those things. I'm not trying to laugh. We should do all of those things. What you want me to say? We should do all of those things. I'm talking about the mechanisms that we can do to create our. I'm talking about the mechanisms that we should be trying to do to try to create a better existence for us. You're talking about something that's so many years off that me and you, even if we tried to start it right now, would never live to see it. If me and you live to 100, and actually we would never live to see. That's what you're talking about. I'm talking about things that are possible. You're talking about things that at this point in history where we're living, we're so far removed from those things being possible that I don't know what to do about it. I'm trying to have a positive conversation here. I'm trying to talk about things that we could do to try to help our community. I have no idea why you're not. You might think that you are, but what you're saying is the opposite. Look, once again, what you're saying is the opposite. So, you know what? I'm just going to let you comment, and I'm just not going to read no more of your comments. You could just say what you want to say, though. I want to have positive conversation, and I want to talk positivity into existence. I get it. You're defeated. I get it. I'm sorry you feel that way, my brother. I'm sorry you feel like we don't got no hope. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I hope one of these days your mindset changes and you don't feel defeated. You feel like there's hope. You feel like there's something that we could do. You feel like there's ways that we could improve. Because whether you know it or not, you're just having an extremely defeated conversation. And I'm sorry you feel that way. And I hope God smiles down upon you in a way for you to understand exactly the words that you're using. Because I get it, you don't get it. And that's my opinion. I could be wrong. No, you could have, you think, hold on. First, don't insult everybody that's in here. I don't think anybody here is a follower. That's one. Don't insult people that's in here. All right? We not do that. That's one. Two, just so we could be clear, we're literally having two different conversations, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. We're literally having two different conversations. I'm saying that we have to try to do something so our next generation. I'm sitting up here thinking about my daughter. I'm sitting up here thinking about my nieces. I'm sitting up here thinking about my nephews. I'm sitting up here thinking about my possible grandkids in the future. It's sitting up here, and what you're talking about is more. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm sitting up here trying to figure out a way to make their lives better when they get to my age. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the next generation. I'm thinking about the people that's going to have my own, my name. Thinking about the people that's going to come behind me. While I would really like for if my daughter decides to have children and she has a family, I would really love for my grandkids to be able to get the proper schooling they need. I would really love for my grandkids to be able to, if my daughter has to, if, God forbid she's a single parent, she might have, I don't know what her finances is going to look like. I don't know what kind of time she's going to be able to, whatever. I would really like for the school systems to change and for the school systems to make it so that my daughter and my granddaughter or my grandson will be able to be at the school a little bit longer. Thank you, Susan Bortz-Bedell. Because I understand and I know how difficult it is. See, I'm thinking like that. Just so we could be clear. I'm thinking about those teachers that's in that school that don't get paid enough. I'm thinking about how teachers is probably one of the most important jobs on the planet. And our teachers is paid the pittance. I'm thinking about all the teachers that influenced me, positive and negative. And how some of those negative influences could have been positive if they would have had better lives. So we need to figure out a way to get teachers money. I'm thinking about how we have mental health issues in our community that the police get called to, and we need to stop having the police called to these mental health situations. We need to have people who that's their job. And what better place to have somebody have an office that is their job than a school? And now those same people can also work at the school to help make when the kids have after school programs. So this is what I'm thinking about. The fact that you want to think about how we 3/5 of a human being in the Constitution, that has nothing to do with what I'm thinking about. And I'm not mad at you. And I'm not mad, upset, angry, or anything. I just think that we're having two different conversations. I don't even think he's thinking long term. I think he's thinking there's nothing that we could ever do, so we got to give up. I don't want to give up. I think that there's a lot of things that we could do. I think there's a lot of things that's possible. I think he's thinking we got to give up. That's having a real defeatist mindset, in my opinion. I could be wrong, though, but that sounds like a defeatist mindset. If when we're trying to, if when you're, I just explain something. You're trying to build a bridge, and all you're thinking about is how that bridge is gonna fall. How are you gonna build a good bridge? If you're trying to build a car, and all you could think about is how that car ain't gonna work, how are you gonna build a good car? If you're trying to dunk the ball, and all you're thinking about is how you're gonna miss, how are you gonna dunk the ball? If you're trying to shoot a shot, and all you're thinking about is all the negative things that could happen, all of the ways that that shot can miss, how are you gonna make the shot? If you're trying to catch a football, and all you're thinking about is how is this gonna slip through your hands, how are you gonna catch the football? Please, somebody explain this to me. Because unless I don't, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know shit. But I need somebody to explain that to me. If all we're gonna do is think about how, if all we're gonna do is think about how we're gonna fail, I need to know. If all we're gonna think about is how we're gonna fail, I need to know how we're not gonna. I need to know how we expect to be successful at whatever the heck it is that we're trying to do. I think that's a fair question. That's it. If all we're going to think about is how we're going to fail, how are we supposed to succeed? Because somebody tell me. I need somebody to explain that to me. Yeah, but all we're talking about is the failures. So I need somebody to explain to me how we're supposed to succeed if all we're going to focus on is failing. No, but I'm not saying, okay, you're right. We should only focus on failing. This is what y'all saying. This is what I'm hearing. That the most important thing to do is to focus on failing. I don't generally focus on failing. I try not to. This Steve Ross guy is obviously a troll, and I know that they're a troll because I know who image you stole. Boom. Yeah, I've been memorizing people's images, by the way. So, I mean, it's cool. You think because we're only 3/4 of a human being, 3/5 of a human being in the Constitution, we shouldn't think about getting better schools for our children? That's not a conversation worth having. It's getting better schools, give more money to the teachers. That's not a conversation worth having because we're 3/5 of a human being, right? Talking about how we're 3/5 of a human being is more important than talking about how we're gonna build for the future, right? I'm assuming, because that's what we was talking about, how we was trying to build for a future. We was talking about how we was trying to build for the future, and all you want to talk about is all the negative aspects of the things that happen. You don't want to talk about no positivity. You turn the whole show, the whole entire conversation we're having into something negative. I don't know why you wanted to do that, but you decided to do that. So now we're just talking about negative stuff. Everything's going to fail, nothing's going to work. Anything else you want to tell me? I'm on your side. Fuck it. On your side, 100% for ass entertainment. Why not? Everything's going to fail. Nothing's going to work. Okay, so now where do we go? I'm here. Where we go now? Everything's going to fail. Nothing's going to work. Where we go now? I'm here. I'm listening. I'm all ears. I would have liked to just have the positive conversation. That's what I was hoping for today, but we can't. So I'm all ears. Let's go. We should focus on not being 3/5 of a human being instead of focus on the youth. Look, I don't think we should be 3/5 of a human being either. I'm just saying that this conversation isn't for right now. But I get it. You think we should focus on not being 3/5 of a human being instead of focus on doing something for our youth. And because I think we should focus on doing something for our youth, somehow that's a difference of opinion when one thing has nothing to do with the other. I'm basically saying I like vanilla ice cream and you're saying you like long walks in the park. And because I'm saying, but hold on, I'm talking about the vanilla ice cream and you're saying, no, I want to talk about the long walks in the park, and you're saying that we're having a difference of opinion. This is not a difference of opinion, brother. We are not talking about the same thing. Oh, so we can't talk about the changes that we would like to happen. You can't talk about the changes that we would like to happen. You know what? Tell me how we're going to stop being 3/5 of a human being. You brought up a problem. Tell me how you plan on fixing it. Because I was talking about fixing a problem, and you want to talk about having a problem. So tell me how you plan on fixing the whole 3/5 of a human being thing. Come on, I'm here. This still going on. Yes, Eric Mack, because Foot in the Ass Entertainment has decided to destroy the show. So go, explain it. Because if I don't allow for him to state his opinion, I don't respect it. And then people are going to say I don't respect people's opinions, right? What up, MFG? So there you go. Tell me how we're going to solve the problem of 3/5 of a human being problem. Because I was talking about solving a problem. And you wanted to talk about having a problem. You want us to change our nationality. Okay, so what nationality are we changing our nationality to, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Foot in the Ass Entertainment want us all to change our nationality. That's what you want us to do, right? Foot in the Ass Entertainment. You want us all to change our nationality, correct? No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question depending on what you're talking about right now. You want us to change our nationalities, correct? What up, Duke Farrell? You want us to change our nationalities, correct? You're saying that that'll solve all of the problems if we just change our nationality. Thank you to business, but leave it. Leave it. No. Leave it. Leave it. Let him have his day in court. Stop. Don't make fun of the guy. Okay, hold on. You want us to change our nationalities, right? If you cannot tell me I'm not being fair. You are a member of our community, and you want to have you're saying a thing, and I'm treating it with the utmost respect. I know. Hold on. You want us to change our nationalities, correct? I'm treating it with the utmost respect. You had this whole conversation with me for the last 30 minutes because you want us to change our nationalities. You just said it. I didn't say it. I was not dismissive. I was not disrespectful. I'm hearing you out and I'm trying to understand what you're saying with the best of my ability. Maybe I'm lacking. But if I'm hearing correctly, you think that the whole 3/5 of a man thing in the Constitution or in the Bill of Rights or whatever is a big hindrance on us, right? And the way to alleviate that problem is by us changing our nationality, correct? You're talking about what you're talking about, my brother. Because I'm not going to be talking about something and then if you're going to say things like that's not the problem, it's really something else, then I want to know. I want to have this conversation. I think that you're important. I think that everybody here is important. I think all of your opinions are important. I think that the way you feel is important, and I think your feelings are important. I just want that to be understood. I don't want nobody to feel like I don't think you guys are important. I think you're important. He is not trolling. Funny Ass Entertainment is not trolling. He's not a troll. Funny Ass Entertainment has a green name. He's not trolling. Funny Ass Entertainment. There's questions in the chat now. And when you're at the podium, like both me and you are currently at the podium, right? We answer questions in the chat. Now, in all fairness, because I'm curious also, what nationality are we supposed to change to? I think that I'm being extremely understanding here. But what nationality are we supposed to change to? If you would like to call in because the chat isn't doing well for you, you could DM me. Dude, I said you're not trolling. I told him you're not trolling. He's not trolling. This is seriously the way that he feels, and I think that we should treat it with respect. So please stop telling me I don't respect people's opinions. Copy? I don't want to hear that no more. He's a very valued member of our community. I don't have the slightest idea. My next question after he told me what we were supposed to change our nationality to is when we run into a police officer in the middle of the street and he pulls his gun on us, are we supposed to then say, well, I'm not black, I'm whatever that nationality is, and then he's not supposed to shoot us? Because, you know, if we were teaching our children and changing the climate in our neighborhoods, which I think is important, I think we should be trying to change the climates in our neighborhoods. I think that's really important. And one of the ways that we do that is we start allowing for our hate and distrust of the police to wane a little. Because some of y'all are straight up civilians. Y'all need to stop talking about how y'all hate the police. Now, if you're a whole criminal and you talking about F the police, I'm on your side. Let's give 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. I think I showed that I have extreme patience, and I think I handled that really, really well. And I think that shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment for having that dialogue with me, with us. I think that was actually extremely useful. But I do want to know what nationality we're supposed to change to. Oh, so you think we should change to Moors, is what you're saying. I think that you need to research that a little bit more. Is that fair? Yeah, so I think you need to research that a little bit more, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Because I've seen quite a few things happen to Moors that isn't necessarily going down the line of something that we would, you know, give up certain rights also, whether you know it or not. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. I think I showed a lot of patience with the young man who's part of our community. He's important. You do it. Look at Gabby. Don't erase the comment yet. All right, fuck that person. Kick him all the way out. So somebody said, "This is respect. You belittled this man for his opinion." Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Do you feel like I belittled you? I'm just curious. Could you answer that question? I gotta get out of here. We've been on this shit too long. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Do you feel like I belittled you? I'm just curious. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Do you feel like I belittled you? I want to know. I want to know if you feel like I belittled you. I don't care about all that other stuff. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Do you feel like I belittled you? I'm curious. Hold on, let me tell you the comment this person left. This is what I mean. These people are crazy, yo. Said, "This is respect?" with a question mark. "You belittled this man for his opinion. Someone that provides more support than you ever have reciprocated. You are disgusting." First of all, one thing that you don't know is I play Foot in the Ass's music on here quite often. I also play Foot in the Ass's movie on the channel. I also play Foot in the Ass. I did mad advertising for Foot in the Ass Entertainment. So I'm not throwing that out there to say that I did anything for him. I'm saying that our friendship has been reciprocated. Reciprocal. He says, "Hell nah, we good, Frost. I like these debates with you." So shout out to you. Did we kick that person? Could we kick that person all the way out? Not just, yeah, all the way with the bags. Appreciate you. Could we get bags in the chat? What the fuck? These people is just crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you. So this stuff is so funny. I think Foot in the Ass Entertainment has points. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we're talking about two different things. That's what I'm saying. Yo, come on, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. You trying to tell me, you know what, the show is actually pretty good. Shout out to Foot Their Heads Entertainment. Shout out to Foot Their Heads Entertainment with $20 drop. He says, does this look like I'm tripping? We good, Frost. Shout out to, I don't want you to see his name. Shout out to Foot Their Heads Entertainment with the $20 drop. He said, does this look, I'm not arguing with him. Wait, what the hell just happened? All I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. I'm just saying we talking about two different things. I didn't say you. He's the one that started talking about changing nationalities. Now, if other people want to laugh about that, I'm going to make jokes too, nigga. I can part of my language. I can make jokes. What the hell? What the hell? Now I don't want to get off the show. I'm having a good time. Hold on. Let me give you a minute. Hold on, give me a minute. let me do a thing. Yo, can we get, I know this is gonna sound self-serving, but can we get some hater drops? What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, man. What the heck? He said we love Funash. Yeah, man. What the hell? I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not changing my nationality, dude. There's a whole lot of things I think we should do before we decide to do that. I think that's a band-aid on the problem at best. I think that there's a bigger systemic issue. But entertainment is a funny dude, man. Oh, man. I think that we got bigger systemic issues. Because I don't know. I think if I change to being a Moor and the police pulled me over, I might not have a chance to tell them. Oh, we gonna cue the bag song? Yeah, let's play the bag song.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing. Cuckoo. And get thrown out the conversation. Throw up 2 fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. He got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get get bags in the chat. Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get on?
Yo, over here dying at your comments. Vic says she's gonna be a Spanish cell. DC said, damn the black people. Hold on. Wait, hold on. You Indian now? You from India now, DC? We just choosing nationalities and pulling up the cord. Oh man, you niggas is funny as shit, yo. Part of my language. Part of my that was a whole bunch of cursing. Part of my language, man. Come on, man. You can't do this to me. Oh man. Oh man, that's just too much. You guys is too much, man. Oh man. All rappers send me music. Every rapper email me music today. I want music today. All rapper Afro Czechoslovakian. All admins. I mean all rappers, DM me some music, man. DM me some freaking music. Copy. Where we at? DM me some music. All rappers. Oh, dang it. I always misspell that. All rappers, DM me some music. All rappers, DM me some music, man. DM me all rappers. Oh man, all rappers, DM me some music, man. I mean, and email me some music. All rappers. Got some. Wait. You're at your toenails because they black, but you're gonna, you know what? Your toenails can now be Asian. Your toenails can be Asian now. Retarded, man. I don't know what to. See, I gotta stop this. I don't know what to tell you, man. What in the hell? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You guys are just too funny for me. You guys is way too funny for me, man. What the heck? Shout out to Funny Ass Entertainment. You have made my day. You have made my day, my brother. I didn't know where you was going with that. I knew where you was going with that. The whole conversation, I knew where you was going with that. That's why I kept trying to explain. We're not talking about the same thing. Oh man, the whole conversation, I knew where you was going with that. I ain't gonna lie. Prince to a man knew too. Oh man. Oh man. I knew you was going with that. As soon as you started talking, I knew where you was going with that. Prince knew too. Oh man, you guys is the best, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo. Oh man. Alright, Black Cuddy. That's my I put my email. Email me. Oh man. Frost, all that matters is destiny is all. That's a fact. Oh man, destiny is all. Oh man. gotta change up, man. This whole black thing ain't working out for me. Definitely, we need to be doing some other things. Shout out to Funny Ass Entertainment, man. Oh man. Hey, pull up. We dropped some videos yesterday. I need everybody to go pull up to our videos that we dropped yesterday. Leave some comments. I need y'all to pull up to our videos that we dropped yesterday and leave some comments. Yo, look, our videos yesterday is not doing well. I need y'all to pull up to these videos and leave comments. I need y'all to pull up on these videos. These videos that we dropped yesterday, I don't think no notifications went out. I need y'all to pull up on these videos. Come on, let's get these videos up, y'all. We need to get these videos up. I put these videos out yesterday. I need these videos to go up. Come on, help out. Send the beat again so I know exactly which beat you talk. I can look for it. I'll look for it. I tell you what, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Let's get on something. You drop something. Send me something you want me to get on, and I'll write something for it, or I'll speak over it, or something. Send me something, and I'll get on it with you. Copy? Eric Beck says, I have Klingon DNA. You see this forehead? I will no longer be suppressed by Shatner. Motherfucker. Yo, pull up to these videos. They did not send out our notifications. I need y'all to share these videos. And I need y'all to pull up to these videos and leave comments. Could we please have at least 50 comments on these videos by the end of the day? Let's get to 50 comments apiece, please. Send your family to those videos. Send your friends to those videos. Send your loved ones. Send everybody to those videos. I gotta go, though. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Send everybody to those videos. Let's get those videos up, y'all. For real, for real. Also, please, I need y'all to start going to our IG. And then every time y'all see these, please share these. Whenever you see me post stuff like that, go to my IG. Please reshare these. We need like 20, 30 reshares on these. Dr. Inky in here? I don't see him. Okay, Choke No Joke can have whatever he wants. I'm not a rapper. I'm not trying to be a rapper neither. What the fuck? I don't even have a song. So how could Choke No Joke have better songs than somebody who doesn't have a song? I don't see Dr. Inky, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, somebody said Dr. Inky. Alright, Prince to Amir says, Foot, seriously, holla at Dr. Inky about Morris science and sovereign citizenship before investing, fam. Yeah, please do. Look, man, I love you, my brother, but I think that you need to do a little bit more knowing about what's going on over here. That's all I'm saying. Just learn a little bit more about what's going on over there. Shout out to Everett Gilchrist. Everett Gilchrist pulled up into the saloon. Let's call out the drops real quick, and then let's get up out of here. If y'all don't mind. We are still accepting drops, by the way. So if you want to be on the, you want to send some drops right at the end while I'm calling them out.
Lil Wayne, who's facing 10 years on that.
God dang it, I gotta get that whole thing off of there. If you want to send out the drops right at the end, somebody did that the other day. You can do that also. Shout out to DSCN with the $5 drop. Shout out to shout out to DSCN again with the $5 drop. Shout out to Wavy D with the $5 drop. Shout out to SG. I don't know if what's her name on here with the $5 drop. Shout out to Queen Shah with the $15 drop. Shout out to Team Moto Sport Productions with the $20 drop. Shout out to Watts Games with the $10 drop. Shout out to Vic Star. I'm not gonna call it. And shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $20 drop, and Foot in the Ass Entertainment again with the $20 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are all the best. Do not let nobody lie to you. Now go into your day and remember, If you don't want to be whatever nationality you is, you could just tell people, you know what? I'm not black no more. I'm alligator. You don't even got to be another nationality. You could just decide to be a different species. I'm just like, yo, you talking about, man? I'm not black. I'm pelican. You could be a whole different species. You don't even got to change to a different nationality. With that being said, I love y'all. Please go. Let's do positive into the world. Let's go do something positive into the world. I need to let the computer take a break for about an hour, about 20-30 minutes an hour, because it's I'm telling you right now, because I keep the room cold as shit so the computer don't mess up. It is freaking burning up. So I need to take it, need to let it get a break for about an hour, then we're gonna be back working. I love y'all. Please go do something positive in the world. I don't really care what it is. Just make sure that we helping other people. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. #Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.